speaking after both Jerry and Leo, I really don't have a lot of, crystal ball gazing to do. I thought I'll just touch upon 4 or 5 issues which I think about when I go to bed at night. One is looking ahead, and this is the theme is looking ahead, is are we breeding enough number of entrepreneurs? The number of entrepreneurs coming from the industry and outside of this industry, will that be enough to take us to where we want to be? One point that keeps coming to my mind is there are so many multinational companies who have a history of engagement with India for, by now, starting from Texas Instruments for 15, 20 years. And there are so many people at the middle management level. And when it comes for them to do their career planning, you see the same set of guys sometimes getting tired and moving from one company to another company and then another company. And at one point in time, SOM used to call it the mafia. So the same guys pop up. Same country manager leaves, becomes country manager for another place. It's particularly prevalent in HR communities. The same HR guys keep rotating. Now, point is that we have produced so many great middle-level managers in with the multinational engagement, and with that comes 2 things. One is these people have come very close to watching innovation. People who have worked in companies like Microsoft and Intel and so on and so forth. And second is working in a multinational, you learn to deal with both diversity and complexity. So these people are a completely underutilized asset from the national standpoint. And multinationals have not produced as many high-profile entrepreneurs in India as they should have been. So I think there's a protectionist, there's a security-seeking mindset, and I think it will do good to these people and do good to the industry as well. Second issue is about innovation. I don't think we have done enough as an industry, but we are also dealing with the downstream implication of a non-innovation-centric country, non-innovation-centric society. We give ourselves sometimes undue credit, but the truth is that we have an adaptive mindset as against an innovative mindset as a society. The third thing that actually bothers me, which will come in the way of our going to the next big league, is about social inclusion. I've felt that in the last 10, 15 years, we have become too caught up in our own success. We have been little inward looking as an industry. And as a result, we have not dialogued enough with the society. For example, the society very well understands what a politician does, or does not do. Society very well understands what a cop does, a surgeon does. Society really does not understand what a software engineer does. And in the process, it has become an isolated industry in its own glass house. And that has caused a fair amount of angst in the last few years, particularly as the industry is dialoguing with the policymakers on various issues. There is more of, feeling that you guys had it good all this time, so why are you coming back now? You have this stuff to, now sustain the kind of ups and downs in the international economy. So people have drifted away a little bit from us. I think we need to dialogue with the second-tier cities and the towns. We need to dialogue with people who do not speak bits and bytes and explain first of all, explain who is the Indian software engineer. Is it a person born with a silver spoon, or is this the boy and the girl next door? And secondly, what is this person doing? Thirdly, how is it impacting the economy? How is it impacting the common man? And how it's making life any different? We need to begin that dialogue. Fourth is, I don't think we are as global in our outlook and mindset as we should be. We think we are a global organization, global industry, but India itself is not global enough. If you go to New York City, you go to Paris, you go to London, you go to Tokyo, you see how many non-locals you'll meet in the trains and the buses. And then you look at how many people live out of Indian cities who are non-Indians, it's a very, very small number. And I don't think this is the look and feel of the future. if Indian cities are not teeming with non-Indians, then India cannot innovate, India cannot become global. The last point that I'll quickly make is about second-level leadership. You know, we are all sitting in Bombay, rather Mumbai, so this is the Bollywood tinsel town. The great thing about Bollywood is from Devanand's days to, Abhishek Bachchan's days, the baton has passed beautifully. One generation hands over to the other generation. There is never ever a crisis of heroes or heroines in this, in this city. Okay. But you look at the Indian IT industry, suddenly it is graying. The day NRN stepped out of his job, suddenly it was like the sun was setting. And then you look at any of the large companies and say, is it an industry looking like Sachin Pilot's generation's industry? It isn't. So I think we people have a very large role in terms of taking the second level people into, the next level of responsibility and then handing it over so that they are able to create the industry of the future.